Hello and welcome to the episode 2 of Business of Travel podcast. We started this podcast to provide a voice to all the amazing folks working in the travel industry who make our dream holidays possible. Through this podcast, we want to create conversations about all the latest developments in the travel industry and travel technology. We would be inviting industry leaders, our partners, and customers to share their insights and stories. 2021 has brought a renewed hope for the travel industry with over 50% of the countries opening up their domestic tourism sector. The pent up demand for holidays and travel is now being realized. According to a recent survey, business travel could also resume to a sizable level by the end of second quarter of 2021. However, it is imperative for travel businesses to also embrace the changes that are now becoming an acceptable norm. In this episode, we want to visit the new developments in the travel sector and how can agencies incorporate them. And to take us through this, we have Priyanka Prabhu with us. Priyanka is a customer success lead at QTech Software. She partners with travel businesses to understand their requirements and help them overcome business challenges through technology solutions. Let's welcome Priyanka to the chat. Priyanka, welcome to the chat, and it's a pleasure to have you on the second episode of our Business of Travel podcast. To start with, give us a feeler of how 2021 has started for you and all the travel brands that you work with.
Hi Sumit, thanks for having me on the podcast. Well, to be honest, 2021 has started on a very positive note. We are in an era where things are evolving at a really high speed, and many of our clients are ready to embrace the change with more diversified services.
That sounds great. So, could you please tell us what are the type of changes that are now coming up in the travel business?
Sure. There are quite a few things we have encountered, but there are two major themes that are emerging right now. The first is preference towards cash-based and real-time payments model versus the traditional credit-based system, and the second is B2B travel companies are really extending their services to B2C.
Okay, so this sounds like a new benchmark is being set in the industry. Can you please share a few insights about why the preference is shifting from credit to cash?
Travel and tourism industry was one of the world's greatest market until the world met a pandemic and the start of the COVID-19 crisis. The impact of pandemic on the travel and tourism industry was significantly underestimated. There was little to no realization last year and the cash crunch can really be felt. Sadly, many are still recovering the default payments. But positively, the demand of travel is rising again and customer expectations are really evolving. And thus, to keep a focused cash flow, we are seeing this shift in B2B travel from credit based to cash based models. Because it is really helping companies to keep a healthy service quality and extend added services like safety protocols and on demand assistance.
Okay, so I think the industry is really evolving here, but travel agents are used to the credit system. So it's going to be a bit challenging for travel businesses to retain the agents booking from their system. How are they overcoming this?
So, yes, as you rightly said, it certainly is a tough time for all, but we have still managed to help our customers overcome this challenge, by adding multiple layers of programs that make it really lucrative for agents to book from their system. For an example, we have added the loyalty program, then there is this coupon module which are integrated to our B2B and B2C systems. It really helps them deliver added value to their travel agents and customers. And honestly speaking, the changes have been really well received by the agents.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So could you please elaborate a little more on the loyalty program?
Of course, loyalty program is an opportune module where a client can utilize many techniques to give an excellent customer experience. Loyalty programs and rewards are such a service adopted by many clients primarily to woo the customers. And such methods have really proven track records in maintaining customer satisfaction.
Okay, and how can travel businesses or let's say OTRAM's customers access the loyalty module?
It's really easy, QTech have developed a loyalty module wherein the client can create multiple tiers in their own back office. and they can differentiate various agents. They can add configurations to to those tiers, then create catalogs, rewards, add products to the list, and then have them enabled on the front end so that the customers can redeem it. Then there is a report provided to view all the loyalty points earned, redeemed so far, alongside the respective booking details. These reports really help to give a holistic view of what's really happening with this module, and where things are moving. So this is really helpful that way.
I'm sure that this is like the most basic functioning of any loyalty module. Are we adding any more layers to it?
Of course, we are. So, we have also developed a concept of accumulated and earned loyalty points. Then there is this ability to assign loyalty programs to sub agents, from the back office itself. There is an ability to set minimum points to allow redemption per tier so that nobody can exploit this module. So this is a really important feature. And lastly, there is this grand total of loyalty points which can be displayed in the front end. Currently, the loyalty module really works well with hotels, activities, and transfer services.
Oh, great. So I think this is like a very holistic way of providing added benefits to the agents. And I remember in our previous episode, Santosh had briefly touched upon the loyalty module, but now it's very exciting to see that the implementation is actually happening, and our customers are realizing the benefits of this. You also mentioned about coupon module, and we have added that to some of our customers. Could you please tell me more about that?
Certainly. So, coupon module is a very lucrative way to create and share coupons with the agents, which they can use at the time of booking to avail discounts in various ways, such as amounts, percentages, or have a discount at nights. QTech provides the admin with an option to create coupons based on different criteria, like maybe you can set it on a booking date or a service date, or maybe just add a minimum booking value. Then the admin can also have an option to download and share these coupons using the newsletter modules. Once these coupons are shared, the agents in the front end will have an option to redeem the coupon and avail the discount. It's as easy as that.
I think with the loyalty module and with the coupon module, the entire engagement with, let's say, the agents in B2B or with the customers in B2C is now going to be more value driven as compared to being price sensitive, to the pre-COVID era. And this is really great, development. Moving on to the second theme that you said is now the entry of B2B travel agencies into the B2C domain. Would you like to shed some light on this, please?
Definitely. So, in the first month of 2021 itself, we have already helped two of our customers launch their online B2C services. Primarily, these businesses have been B2B for over a decade, and we are seeing more such interest from other B2B customers as well.
Okay. And let's say there is a B2B travel agency and they want to launch their B2C services. So, what are the most critical aspects that they should consider while going B2C?
So, me to be honest, from B2C perspective, apart from the primarily three services, which are hotels, activities, transfers, in my opinion, following are the few services which are really a must to have. The first is addition of a flight module. Second is integration of insurance services, considering the current situations. Third is adding lucrative modules like loyalty module or coupon modules, which we have already discussed enough. And lastly, I believe integration of channel managers so as to able to suffice the hotel booking needs by the end customers.
So let's say an agency wants to integrate a flights module. Could you please give us the basic workings of how the flight module really works?
When we speak of international travel, flight services are inevitable, and this is a must to be integrated into your system. So, integration with GDS allows you to exchange data, which consolidates the global airline availability and pricing details and shares it through the web services which your system is connected with. Okay, using these web services, the data of the airline availability and pricing can be published on your website. And finally, the end user can really choose between those listings or select the flights and then proceed to booking. OTRAMs really allow you to connect with multiple GDS, LCCs. It also supports features like flight rules, configuration, deal codes, QCT push, flight reconciliation, which really helps the client to manage the operations of flight bookings.
That's interesting. We have had some detailed insights about the flights module from Santosh as well. I believe we have one of the best flight engines out there in the market. Thank you very much for the detailed explanation. Can you please tell me how our customers are integrating insurance services and channel managers in their platforms when they go B2C?
Of course. So if you're anything like me, here's how I pack for a big trip. I pack way too much, then realize my suitcase won't close, and then start taking stuffs out. The jacket, the extra hat, because you don't really need those. But there is one thing you definitely, absolutely need to pack is the travel insurance. A lot of people weigh the additional expense and ask, is travel insurance really worth it? Most of the time, the answer is in an all caps yes, and I'll tell you why. The insurance will help the travelers to save the expenses on hospitalization, flight cancellation, loss of baggage, and many other things. With that said, what if I introduce you to a software integrated with travel insurances that allows you to choose the insurances as per your needs alongside your hotel booking? Doesn't that feel great? Well, you can now cater the most important services for your customer through OTRAMS, as it has been integrated with multiple insurance suppliers, which will allow your customer to really browse through those desired insurances and book one just in a click.
Fantastic. I think in terms of adding value and keeping up with the times, this is going to be one very key aspect, for travel businesses to offer as a service to their customers. Could you please tell me a little more about channel managers and how our customers can integrate that on their platform?
Of course. So when you talk about automation in travel technology, channel managers are worth the talk, as it is a tool that will allow you to sell all your rooms on your connected website. It will automatically update your availability in real time on your website. OTRAMS allows connectivity to these channel managers with an equally advanced extranet loaded with features that provide flexibility, increased productivity, security, and a bunch of reports. With OTRAMs, you can connect to tools like channel managers that allow you to maximize your online visibility and revenues.
Amazing. So basically, for B2B travel businesses, it is now highly imperative to think about B2C also as an additional growth channel and integrate these services like flights booking, travel insurance, and channel managers to get OTA ready. What I want to know more from you is you have personally engaged and overseen the launch of B2C services for OTRAM's customers. So, what, according to you, are the focus areas for travel companies to grow in B2C sector?
So, I advise our customers to emphasize on the following points. First, technology and online tickets are the only way forward. Why I say so is because the only thing that managed to survive and connect the world while everything was shut was technology. Gone are the days, when people used to book tickets off the counter. Everything now has massively been migrated online, and it's the only way forward. So, an investment in a really good technology is the best decision one can take to provide world class solution to a good customer base.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that technology is playing a very big role in our lives, and as soon as we adopt, new methods of doing business, it's going to be very profitable for the customer as well as for the business. Please continue.
So yeah, Sumit, that brings me to my second point, that is mobilization, which is going to grow. It will continue to grow because this is a trend that shows little sign of going away anytime soon. Although it's been around for a while, 2021 could be the year where it falls into two distinct camps. Those who have the capability to capitalize on the opportunity and those who get left behind. With their high converting apps and effective strategies, it will only be the OTAs and meta search engines who are the winners in the mobilization trend. For everyone else, without either the technology or clear plan, they will continue to lag behind.
Well, I agree because without a mobile, life is really unimaginable now. So as soon as everybody joins, the mobile bandwagon. It's otherwise it's going to be very difficult to survive.
So that really brings me to my third point, that is intent data that is really going to drive the decision making moving forward. And what is intent data? It's nothing but a collection of behavioral signals that help interpret purchase intent. Just consider the traveler's journey, okay, which starts at the dreaming phase. Then it continues in the planning phase and booking phases and may include upgrades here and there. Throughout that process, people are using their home computers, smartphones, and other devices to look at their options and ultimately book travel. Each phase provides key moments to speak with travelers, and brands must be ready to leverage the same.
Yeah, one of the best things about being online is you are able to collect data from so many multiple touch points of the customer's journey, and which really allows businesses to understand customers' point of view, their preferences, and at the same time personalize that entire experience for them.
And the last point, which I believe is a good social media handle, is what one really needs. See, as the use of technology has been so widely spread, many have started to plan their own holidays. And why wouldn't you? When you can book your own plane tickets, rental cars, Airbnb flats online. Why wouldn't you when you have Instagram and Pinterest tell you where to go? But what if travel agents could join the party? What if all it took was being on social media too? That's the reason a strong social media marketing for travel agents is all it takes to get the show on the road. And it's really easy, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or all three of them. This way, a travel agent can market its brand, sell their local hotels and introduce some fab deals out there.
Well, that's great, and I believe we offer these services to our customers.
Yes, we most certainly do.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. It's amazing to not only see these changes happening in the industry, but also to be a pioneer in making them happen for our customers. I wish you good luck and keep rocking like you always do.
Thank you, Sumit. Appreciate it.
We would like to thank all the audiences for tuning in to the second episode of Business of Travel podcast. We hope the insights shared here are useful to you. And if you have any questions or if you would like us to help you take your travel business online, do reach out to us at www.qtechsoftware.com or www.otrams.com. Till next time, take care.